Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the Spartan Game Zone, and in this video I'm going to be talking about microtransactions in Borderlands 3. Now before I go any further, I have to say that microtransactions have not been completely officially confirmed by Gearbox, but when I read the game information about Borderlands 3 on the PlayStation Store, I did see the line in-game purchases optional. People have also been asking about them on Twitter, and the fact that no one from Gearbox has denied them, unfortunately or not, to me, that spells microtransactions. And I think that's an important thing to talk about either way, especially with the kind of impact they could have on Borderlands 3. Microtransactions can be good, but most of the time you hear about them being bad. And those behind Gearbox have made it clear that those bad cases won't be seen in Borderlands 3. At least, they don't want them to. However, I'll cover a little bit about the worst case scenario a bit further on in the video. Now, microtransactions can be good when they are not added at the expense of gameplay. When they give users the option to purchase extra content that doesn't negatively affect other players' enjoyment, or when you feel you don't need them to enjoy the game. You see this a lot with cosmetics. I mean, I bought the Cyborg pack for Black Ops 2 and that didn't hurt anyone, except my bank account. Looking at the pre-order bonuses for Borderlands 3, we know that there are going to be character heads and skins, weapon skins, and Echo device skins, along with weapon trinkets. This is an example of a microtransaction I can accept in Borderlands 3, something that doesn't impact the core of the game that has served so well in previous installments. And if anything, this is the way I see microtransactions being implemented in Borderlands 3. Personally, I don't really care for cosmetics, but if it doesn't impact me, and it's not a blatant rip-off, then I'm fine with it. Coming up to my worst case scenario, the area I'm most concerned about is microtransactions that affect the gameplay loop and influence game mechanics. As we know, Borderlands 3 is a looter shooter where there are bazillions of guns and you're constantly looking for the best loot as you level up and kill baddies. But imagine having to purchase certain very rare weapons and items directly because the chance of getting them is so low, or having to purchase an in-game currency like Seraph Crystals, which we had in Borderlands 2, so you can get the best loot that seems so far out of reach. Randy Pitchford, CEO of Gearbox, has come out in the past, back in late 2017 in fact, stating that it is generally against predatory microtransactions in free-to-play games, and even more so in premium games, which Borderlands 3 is. He backs that up recently by stating in a tweet that it's stupid to build Borderlands 3 to sell that garbage. Here he is referring to creating Borderlands 3 with the aim of selling boost mods and loot for financial gain. So it looks like the worst case scenario for microtransactions in Borderlands 3, where players need to pay for a good experience like they had in Borderlands 2, won't be eventuating. But it could also mean that monetizing Borderlands 3 for microtransactions is not their main goal. However, if anything, a non-cosmetic microtransaction that I feel is most likely to wind up in Borderlands 3 is the ability to purchase golden keys for the golden chest. If you don't know what the golden chest is, it's a chest that when opened will guarantee you high level rarity items, but it will not give you legendaries. So practically it's a loot box, you just need to go into the game to open it. I can see them doing this as the system is already implemented, they would just charge you for the keys. But that is a step backwards, seeing as we could acquire them for free in previous games. I mean, Randy has said that there was non-trivial levels of demand for this feature before, and maybe we'll see it in Borderlands 3. But with what he has said, I still believe there is a good chance that the golden chest system will remain the same as in previous titles, and we won't be purchasing golden keys. Either way, I hope those behind Borderlands 3 have thought long and hard before implementing microtransactions, and I feel they would have, as it sounds like they are really excited about what they have created. I am too. So that's all for this video. Let me know what you think about microtransactions in Borderlands 3. Will they be there? Will they not? And what will they look like if they are? Give us a sub if you'd like, it helps motivate me to produce more content, and I'll catch you in the next one.